Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about a few things that you should have when you build your PC. Now these are things that you don't absolutely need, because pretty much for the most part the only tool you'll ever need to assemble your own PC is a Phillips head screwdriver. Now if you have any crazy hardware that is out of the norm, you might actually want different screwdrivers or different size screwdrivers, but a standard Phillips head is absolutely fine for most PCs. Now, if you're doing anything else other than putting everything in place, such as cable management for better airflow, making your case look clean, or trying to mod your case in any way, you might need a few other tools to help you out. One of the biggest things I suggest for building a PC is to have a large amount of light to make sure you can see everything. If this means getting a flashlight so you can see every nook and cranny of your case, then get a flashlight. You need to see everything. I like the head-mounted lamps personally just because they are simple to use, they last a long time, and they're extremely cheap. Harbor Freight actually gives them out for free if you have the right coupon, so I actually have half a dozen of these things lying around the house somewhere. I've seen them online for as cheap as $3.49, so definitely pull some change out and pick one of these up if you're going to be building a computer. Next up is for making your case look clean, nice, and tidy, which does more than just look visually appealing. It also creates a lot better airflow and could improve the lifespan of your computer. And this thing is cable management. Cable management is essentially the act of making sure your cables are tucked behind somewhere that won't hinder the airflow inside your case. This is usually done by stuffing wires behind the motherboard tray and tying or zipping them back there so that they are out of sight and do not stop the airflow. How do people do this? Generally, zip ties are used to hold cables together, hold them to the back of the motherboard tray, etc. But usually, I suggest to people to use twist ties. Those are the things that you use on top of the loaf of bread that usually you throw away because you don't bother to twist them back on. Yeah, those things. You can buy a bag of 125 of those things on Amazon for like $7. I suggest these because they are usually reusable, they are easy to modify if you want to redo your cable management, and they are cheap. Zip ties may be a little easier to use at first, but because they can't be taken off easily or reused, I suggest twist ties just for convenience later on and the ability to reuse them. The next item is most likely unnecessary, but having it around might be a good idea for future upgrades. That item would be thermal paste. It is what you apply onto your CPU before you put your heatsink, water block, etc. onto the CPU. It makes sure the surface is even and allows an even distribution of heat onto the heatsink. The most popular for thermal paste would probably be Arctic Silver, and Newegg has it for $4.99 right now, and it should give you enough for any future uses that you might need for it. The last thing you might need is a good way to clean your PC after you've built it. A microfiber cloth is a great thing to use to clean most parts of your case, and if you ask anyone who wears glasses, I'm sure they have quite a few of these laying around. Other things people use that I've seen are cotton swabs, which I don't like to use because they can tear off and leave fibers on your case, which you then have to get off with a microfiber cloth anyway, so why would you want to use that instead of a microfiber cloth? People also use compressed air in a can so they can blow off dust off their components. This can get expensive, but dust in your heat sinks and fans can clog up your system and increase heat, while minimizing the flow of heat. I don't know why you wouldn't want to just kind of clean your case, so it's kind of confusing to me when people say, oh, I don't want to clean my PC. Yes, it can get a little bit expensive after the entire lifespan of your PC, but honestly, it's definitely worth it to make sure that it's increasing the lifespan and making sure that it's not just going to overheat and die on you. Some people say to do a rough clean down every 6 months, but I generally recommend at least once a year. If you're a big PC user and your system is in a dirty environment, and yes, your room is dirty if we're looking for dust, then you should probably be cleaning more than once a year, but more than once every 6 months is just a little OCD for me personally. I hope you enjoyed my what to get before you build video, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want more things like this. I try to upload on a regular basis, but every day is just a little bit too much for me during high school, so definitely look out for at least 1 or 2 videos a week, and I'll see you guys next time.